Okay, so we continue for today. Today we will do static panel regression, right? This is secondary data. Secondary data we recap. Secondary data mean the data already available, right? Some other people organizing already collected for you, right? Usually, if you you have, I already give you also the link. If you do economics or then you have World Bank, IMF, you do finance, you more on IMF. But maybe if you do on other thing, you can also get from some. If let's say you just want to focus on Malaysia secondary data, got a lot of statistic, maybe you need to buy from the Jabatan Statistik Malaysia, but you buy anything from the Jabatan Statistik Malaysia or Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia, it's not really expensive lah. You can buy education statistic, you can buy maybe, I see some health statistic or whatever statistic, maybe as long as you can buy. So all this data, you already people collected, compile, then it's called secondary data, right? Of course, secondary data, you can use cross-section regression, time series regression. Cross-section means 1 year, many country or many respondent or many firm. Time series mean one country or one firm, right? Many years, right? Runtime series, you have to go through a lot of requirement. For example, stationary test, co-integration test, and a lot of things, right? Then usually I will prefer to use depend on your needs and then your specialty. Prefer to use panel data. Panel data mean a lot of country and a lot of year, right? In this case, a lot of country, a lot of year, you can have two type of panel data, but we just do a general one, general type, and then you also have some form, special form, like you have a lot of year. A lot in this case mean maybe more than 30 years, right? As a rule of thumb, a lot in statistics mean more than 30 years. And then, but you have a less country, maybe 10 country only, or 7 or 8 or 15 country only. So in this case, we call a long panel. Or maybe you have only few years, or you don't want to do so many years, because across so many years, so many events happen, COVID lah, recession lah, whatever, everything. So you want to do maybe 8 years, but you have 100 of countries or 1,000 of companies, right? So in this case, it's called short panel. So you have another different way to run it. But now for this training, we just do a general one, right? We don't assume whether you have how many years or so, but then you do a general one. General one, we have some few model, okay? Of course, you run the static panel regression, you need some software. You can run it with Excel file also, right? Yes, you can run with Excel file, but usually we'll use two popular software, one called eView and another one called Stata, right? I have used both before, but recently only tried to, I use more on Stata, so I think I'll teach you about Stata. Okay, regression. So this model, static panel regression, this model focus on panel data regression and analysis. It cover introduction to regression, then how to open and prepare a data set for a Stata program, right? Because the data that you download, raw data you download from maybe World Bank or International Monetary Fund cannot be used. You have to rearrange according to the software required format. Then you run the pool OLS and then fixed effect and random effect. Okay? And then we have some result interpretation. Okay. So first of all, these are all the things that we introduce here, and then later on module 9B you have more. Okay. Stata is a program. Maybe I share the window. I think it's better. Maybe okay. I click this one. I share the window so that I can switch. Like that will be better. Can see, right? Can see, right? Stata is something like that. When you click, you put in the website. When you click, right? They have a link in the website. So after you click, you come to this page, right? So data actually you see here got a comment, right? Don't feel difficult because you need to type some comment, but once you get ready the comment, right? Then it's just like a copy and paste only. It's copy and paste, so you'll be very easy. So we do one by one. So first you open what is regression first? Okay. Regression, like you see in this graph, you get all the dot here is the data, right? Let's say this this X, this Y, right? It can depend on many things. X is GDP, Y is maybe FDI. So you see foreign direct investment and GDP has relationship or not. Or you can see that Y is CGPA, X is number of hours you study, or Y is your cholesterol level, X is number of hours of exercise you do, right? So you can have many things, or maybe Y is the strength of a chemical, right? Or a cement. Then Y is a number of extra, maybe add on material they put in. Maybe you put an extra material, so you make the cement stronger by how many. So you plot everything, then you notice you can see some trend. Here is not so obvious now. So you can draw one line like that. Maybe the dot is you can draw a line. That means from all the dot here, you can generalize a trend. So if you plot a line like that, this line will plot by the software, right? Then you notice that, oh, Y and X has a slightly negative relationship, right? Because the higher the X, the slightly lower the Y. So it's sloping down, but not so steep. Right? If it's sloping up, that means it's a positive relationship. So if let's say we say Y is FDI, X is the economic growth, and if it's sloping up, I mean the higher the foreign direct investment, the higher the economic growth. But this one is sloping down. That means the higher the GDP, the lower the foreign direct investment, the higher the GDP growth, right? Okay. Now, so regression analysis is a set of statistical process for estimating the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variable. So dependent variable usually we put as Y. Independent variable we put at X. Hopefully one or more, right? So, but of course, this graph is show only two variable. You can have many variable, but if many variable, of course, you cannot use a graph. You just use a number, right? So, in static empirical model, you have something like that. Later on, we show that this one is a dependent variable. All these are independent variable, and of course, in all these variables, some are not independent. Some, let's say you just only want 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 is an independent variable. The rest is your control variable. Okay, we'll come back to this one again later. Right. So you must first have a model. Right. Your model can be written like this. And later we'll explain like this. Right. Then this one is all this beta is a coefficient. Of course, this one is a constant. This two is an error term. Okay, we'll come back to this one. So what for this introduction to regression is a statistical method to see the relationship, right? In this case, the relationship between EG and growth, the relationship between SG and growth, the relationship between PG and growth, and FO and growth, and so on. Okay. So then we have a model like that. Next, to start on this one, right? I will see. You have to click the data editor. But before this one, I think you can see my screen, right? Okay. You have to arrange according to like that. This one we do before we do before this one, right? The data you download is not in this format. So you have to arrange like that. Country, one whole range country. You notice that Australia, all Australia, and then after that you paste another country. Bangladesh, you paste another country. right? After that, you followed by another country, right? Belgium, right? Belgium, Bhutan, then according to year. So in this case, 1986 until 2013. So you paste like you stack one by one. You stack your book. So all the green color book and then yellow color book, red color book for many years, you stack like that, right? Okay, so also good. You just have to stack for this format. Remember or not, we use the transpose and then you make it like that. Okay, so you prepare your format to be like that. Okay, okay. Here, you have to take note, like you see, in this title, you put GDP growth, you put export of goods and services, import of goods and services, general government final consumption expenditure. Of course, this type, you put title like that, it's easy for you to see, right? You look at the title, you already know, oh, this is general government final consumption expenditure. But you do a regression, you come out like that. For example, general government expenditure so long, right? So this one EG actually stand for here economic globalization. But if you put economicglobalization, you come out the result, you spell the whole thing out. So you have to make use of symbol, right, or short form. So you have two ways. Either you change it here, right? You just put EG here. Usually I will change it here, and then I put a definition here. Beside this one, I also put another one. I will create another one. Mean EG mean economic globalization. SG mean social globalization. I will embed it inside this Excel file. So when I copy and paste into the Stata, I don't need to do any changes, right? But here, we'll teach you how to do the changes, okay? Okay, first of all, you open the Excel file, then can see the Excel file, right? You can see what I see on my screen, right? Because I share screen. You should click here. First, can, right?
Can.
Good. Then you should click the first one and the last one. Shift and then everything. Okay. Then right hand click, copy. Just copy. Copy and pasting is very easy, right? Then go back to the Stata. Once you open the Stata, you notice here, you see got two. One, can you see the data editor, bracket, browse, then data editor, bracket, edit. So you click the edit with the pencil one, this one. Can you see the data editor, edit? So because you click this one, you just only can see. You click this one, you can edit. You have like that. Okay. Then just copy and paste. Right hand click, and then paste. You come out this one. The first row on the clipboard contain value that can be used as valid variable name. So go back here. Your first row, is it your variable name? Yes. All right. So therefore, you click yes. Do you want to treat the first row as variable name or data? So you treat this one as variable name, then you click. Straight away, your variable name all are here, right? But you see your variable name so long, right? Just now I said that you can change your variable name inside this Excel file. First option. Second option, you can change your variable name in here also. For example, you see, you click here, you click here. Oh, okay, wait. You click, you see here, you click here, then you can, you can change your variable name. Somehow, here, label, name. So you see, your name are put bigger. Social globalization. Maybe you don't like to be so long, so you put S. You can change here also. So you change your SG. Can see? Okay. Then you can close this one. You can close this window. Because you close this window, you won't affect anything. Right? So you close this one. Close this one. Inside here already has. Right? You want to see it. You just want to see it. You can click this one. Data editor browse. right? Or you want to don't put this one in edit already, then you see you're still here, you're already saved inside here. Okay, or I think it's saved there. So the second choice you can amend inside here. Right? The first choice you amend inside your Excel file. Then I teach you a third choice, right? Wait, before that, okay. So click the data editor, edit this one, right? Then open it, open Excel file, right? Then copy the Excel file and paste that in the data editor. Right? Then treat the first row as variable name. You see? Just now we do this one, right? Okay. Next. Okay. Now you prepare the data set. You notice that the country here, wait, the country here is Australia, spelled out Australia, correct? Then Bangladesh, all these are spelled out. And in Stata cannot read alphabet. Stata can only read number. So you have to generate this alphabet into number. Therefore, you have to give a code to this one. Last time, when I start to use data, I don't know how to use. So what I do is I create another column, insert, I put code. Then Australia one, okay, one. So I put like that. Oh, then after that, you got lah. So long. Then I put, second country, Bangladesh, I put two, right? But now no need, right? This one will be very tedious and sometimes you miss out one also, right? So now no need. What you need to do is, yes, you need to generate the code. So want to delete also got problem. You need to generate the code, but you use the Stata to help you to generate. Okay? So see here, generate code for the country. You can take this line, right? Like that. Okay, you see, this one, COUNTRY, is this one. If you name this country as maybe Negara, right? Then you have to change this one to wait. You have to change this one. If you name it with ABC, then you have to change to ABC as well. Okay, so you have to be careful of this one. And this one, CODE, is a new name you give to replace the country. Okay, so here you can copy. So this one we put back country lah, huh? You can copy like that. Copy. Once you have the code ready, you just copy and paste only. Comment here, right? You want to put higher also can. One more thing is, when you do the data, don't try to do like that. Oh, okay, I copy and paste, right? So I do half here because like that easy copy and then easy paste. Can, right? But if you minimize, you can see two window, right? Right? If you minimize right there, when you run the result out, your result window will be so small, and then when you open it back, you'll become like not nice one. So when you do a data, you open big window, full screen, then your result come out will be very nice. Otherwise, your result will be distorted. The display will be distorted. Right? So comment here, you put paste egen, that means generate the code to replace the country. So you click enter. After this, you see where the data code. See 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 4 4 automatically generate for you. No need to 1 2 3 4 5. You type yourself 32. Sometimes also just now we demo, so I missed out one, right? So automatic come out. And remember, in this case, your country name will now become code CODE. Okay, you can close this one anytime because it's still here. Okay, can follow? Can why I cannot open this one? Wait. Next, tells data, this is a panel data. Okay, you set the panel. So XT set, X is usually stand for cross section, T is for time, time series. So you set it. you type XT stat. Remember, you use this one code, you put this one code. If you use this one as Gen ABC, then your country now will become ABC. So you set ABC year. Okay? But usually we make it standard, we use code as a code for the country. So XT set code year. Copy. Where can copy? Yeah. Copy. And then paste here. That means you tell the data, your data inside here is the panel data, not a time series data, not a cross-section data. So you click enter, you see panel variable code strongly balanced because all your variable has the same year, right? Of course, you can have unbalanced panel also can. Year 1986 to 2013, delta you need just never mind, just one. So they will automatic do for you. So done. Okay. Another one, because later on, if your result is very long, you see they'll like break into second page, third page, fourth page is very, very disturbing. So you put that is set more off. Otherwise, if your result is so long, right? Let's say until here, you have another like a link here said click for more. So you click more and then you come out again, click more, click more. So if you don't want, you want the result to show out all at once, you set click more off, right? You'll show out the result all at once. Just like you want to search your journal review, after 20, you click next 20, click next 20, but you should set more off, you sekali give you 1,000 or 1 million come out non-stop. Now, prepare variable name. As I told you, you can have three ways to prepare variable name. One is you change in the Excel file. One is you change in the data panel here. Another one is you change using rename. So you type rename here. You write generate growth. You see generate growth. I mean you generate a new variable, right? That variable is this GDP growth. So you either paste like that, right? Or you type yourself, generate GROW. This GROW is the variable name that you want. You can put ABC, right? Equals to, so you can also choose where is your growth. This one, right? You see the arrow here? You just click, you come out. Or you type yourself. So you enter. Then you check your data. You notice that new variable has been generated. Exactly the same as this one, but at a nicer name lah. If you don't mind GDP growth, then you just use that one lah. Okay. Then you want to generate the other thing, you can click like that. You can click back here, click back here. Now you want to generate, let's say, political globalization. So you put PG. Okay. So delete this one. Where's the PG? Where? Political globalization. Click, come here, and then enter. Okay. Then actually no need to check one by one. You should have one. So PG. Just now SG is you put what? Okay lah, PG. Usually we put small letter. Usually you put all small letter will be easier, but never mind, like you should put big letter, right? Again, you can generate SG got already, so we put any more financial. Got any more? EG, economic globalization. So we put EG, right? Small letter or big like capital letter also can. Since we use capital letter, so we use all capital letter. So EG, economic globalization, and you enter. Right? You can also generate with formula. So trade openness. So trade openness equal to what? Equal to trade openness is plus, right? So bracket export. Where's export lah? This is export of goods and services. Export. You want to put bigger also can. Right? You straight away use the formula also can. Plus like that. Plus import. Export plus import, right? Yeah, trade openness is export plus import. Because the formula for trade openness already. Let's say export plus import divide by GDP. divide by, no GDP here. Export plus import. Let's say we just take trade openness is export plus import, okay? What formula for trade openness? Okay, let's say like this. So straight away you get trade openness. You can do the formula here as well. Okay, anything you still need to generate? See the what? Okay, see the equation. Wait, EGSG, political globalization. Later on, wait, political globalization. So generate political globalization. Is political globalization. Generate already, right? No. All done already, right? You see back the formula that we use. EGSG, PGFO, government spending. Government spending. Trade balance. Oh, sorry, trade balance, not trade openness. Okay, we do again. If let's say, okay, now you generate wrongly. Oh, I don't want this one. How? You either just left it here, never mind. Let's say trade balance you generate wrongly. You left it, or you click on that. Then you click your laptop there, delete. Can delete lah. Like that. Drop selected variable. Drop selected variable. Do you want to drop selected variable? Yes. Right, you delete it. Right. Or here, I think it's also been deleted lah. Right, deleted already. Okay. Then okay, now we generate trade balance, not trade openness. Trade balance, TB. So trade balance is export divided by import, right? So you do the formula. D1 is slash like that. Okay. Then what else? Look back at your equation. The government spending, what the log? Okay. Government spending lah. Government spending. So government spending is the government spending. Government final consumption here, right? So you can put generate LGOVSPE spend, right? Equals to log, you put LN bracket. So like that. So also good. You see, if later on we miss out one or two, then only we regenerate everything lah. Financial bonus index. Okay. Okay. So far so good. Prepare the data. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, we have a break for a while. Yeah, good. Then now we recap a bit. We need to arrange the data acceptable by data software or email software, right? And this is the standard acceptable format. One row by one row, right? One row, one column by one column. Country, you stack all the country one by one. In this case, it's Australia first, and then Bangladesh, right? So from the beginning year until the end, so you just stack, just like you are stacking your diary for many, or your so the diary, your 1986 diary for this one, and another one for another student, another one. So you just stack something like that. Okay. Second, you have your variable name. Of course, you put the full name. It's easy for you to refer, but it's hard to refer when you go to startup, right? So we got three ways. I personally will favor the change inside this Excel. So if you change inside the Excel, of course you can create a new sheet, and then you just put, okay, you put your definition, say GG or GF, maybe government consumption, or import, you put IM. So you just list down all the short form that you use here. So you convert everything here. Therefore, when you paste into the Excel, when the data is okay. To paste into data, you put data editor. Just now I say cut, copy, and paste. Treat the first row as a variable name. Okay. You can also change directly here, or you change using generate, right? So just now I generate all back to tally with this one, that the regression that we are going to use later. Remember one thing, later we're going to copy and paste, right? Remember one thing, data is very sensitive to capital and small letter. If you use EG is small letter and you type capital letter, you may not work, right? It may not work. So we have to be careful of the small letter or capital letter, right? And data cannot work on alphabet, can only work on number. Therefore, if your country name is in alphabet like Australia, AUSTRALIA, data cannot read. So you have to convert Australia into a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So you set code, you generate code to replace the alphabet. Okay? Then you have to set your data to tell your data, oh, the data that you just now copy and paste inside there is actually a panel data. Right? Then of course you generate everything. Then you can also straight away do a log. In regression, we usually use natural logarithm. Therefore, you see here we put ln, right? ln. You see ln, right? Natural logarithm. Because why? Mathematically, you put natural logarithm when you have changes. That means you are 1%. You can do in term of percentage change, right? If you put normal log, then you cannot. So whenever we say log in regression analysis, you're actually referring to natural logarithm, and in data the comment is just ln, same like the normal short form for natural logarithm. So you use ln and then bracket. Okay, so good. Then now, next, in writing a paper or thesis, usually have this called descriptive statistic, right? So you can easily do a descriptive statistic by put the summary. So you copy here, you just paste summary, enter. So you get everything, right? Of course, if you don't like this one, then when you copy and paste inside your thesis or your paper, you don't copy whichever item you don't like lah. Okay, right? Here is one thing good is sometimes you need to log, right? But there's a negative, so you can see minimum and maximum. So if let's say you want to log net FDI, sometimes got negative. So you see, let's say for example, oh, of course GDP growth you don't need to log. Let's say you want to log this GDP growth, or got negative. So minimum is negative 13.45212. So what do you do is you plus 14.45212. You plus extra one. So when you log the extra one, you become 0. Right? So you can find the exact number you log, and then you plus everything. Then so every single GDP growth will now become positive. So you can log. Okay. Of course, in previous module, we say that you no need to log those already in percentage, like growth in percentage. Those are in index number, right? Include this one, but never mind. Here we log the index number because we unless you want to see the percentage change in the index, like KLCI is an index, Colombo Composite Index, right? Worldwide Governance Indicator is an index, no need. Ratio, you no need to log unless you really want to see the percentage change in ratio. So here in the training, we just practice log, so we log everything lah. Okay. Okay. So after done everything, this one, right? Next, now you cannot copy like that, right? You copy like that is very hard to paste, right? So you have a command. So you use here outrec to using result. Okay, can see this sentence? Okay, now outrec to is some sort of like module that install inside the data, right? A program, a sub-program. This sub-program help you to copy and paste back this one to your words file, right? So if you don't have the outrec tool, or when you use this command, you come up with something weird that are not detected. So you have to install, right? Install, you have to have internet, you have to have online. So you just type SSC install. SSC install is a command for the starter to install any like package, the software package. So outrec 2 is a package. Later on, you need to do many other package that if you install the new starter, you have nothing. Sometimes you have not pre-installed with something. So like you have to SSC install, then type the package or the sub program in the starter that you want to install, right? If you don't have, you not yet install the outright tool. Note now, as mentioned just now, small or capital letter make a big difference in the comment, right? Like GDP growth, you put all in capital letter, or even you put the G in capital letter, is considered as two different things, right? In another word, mean it is what case sensitive, right? Okay. So now you copy this one. Later on, you see, copy this one, paste. You can see the paste, right? Enter. Now you see, result is here. This is the folder directory. If you click this one, you'll straight away go to your this one directory. So you save where? You save just now. What's the file name? The file name is, where's the file name? Result, right? So just now, you click there, you find around result or not. I'll go save a lot of things here. So you click back, you see, you have everything nice copy and paste for you. So you just copy and paste back to the thesis or to your journal article, right? So nice, right? So if you click here, that means the directory. You click here, that means the result. If you, but usually I'll click directory. I don't know where to go already. This one, I think maybe it's here lah. Okay, you can close this one. Okay, so also good. Then we come back to this one. Okay, so far in this slide, prepare data set. Okay, right? Generate code for the country because you cannot read the alphabet. Then you prepare your variable name, right? You don't want to be so long. You prepare, but as I mentioned just now, it's easy for you to prepare it inside your Excel file, right? You set more off because you want the output to show continuously. You don't do to be like next page, next, or more. Then this comment just summarize, right? Small letter, summarize, right? It's very easy for you to do the descriptive statistic. Then you copy your descriptive statistic inside there, right? Then, but of course, you need to use a program called uprec tool. If you don't have, it's okay. As long as you got Wi-Fi internet, you install it. Right? You type SSC install uprec tool. Okay. Now you get a descriptive statistic like that. All right. Okay. Wait. Here, how to read this one? You use this program to help you to do the result. This result is the file name, like just now, the file name result, right? I got also a lot of other file name, right? You can put ABC, XYZ, right? EFG, so your file name. Then word replace some log. Just replace means you want to do a completely new thing. So all this is just copy and paste. It's just that you name the file name. Maybe you want to put result 1, result 2, result 3, or ABC1, ABC2, ABC3. Okay? Okay. Then next, you want to do the regression. First, we do the pool ordinary least square. What do you mean pool ordinary least square? All these data are stacked country by country, correct? One country by one country. Each country we arrange according to year from the 1986 until 2013, right? If we run using the pool OLS or pool ordinary least square, in other words, mean we assume all these are not panel, are just like one time series you stack upon each other, just you treat all this one as a time series, right? So therefore, you have only regression REG. REG is your comment. REG just a normal regression. Since you already tell Stata, this one is your panel data, but you type REG, that means you ask the data to treat it as a normal regression, not panel, treat it as a time series. That means you stack everything, you assume it's one whole series, right? Then this one is your dependent variable. You can see? Oh, I make it bigger. This one is a dependent variable. This 3 is your independent variable. Wait. this 3 is your independent variable or your variable of interest, then the rest will be your control variable. As mentioned in previous training, you need to have independent variable and control variable. Why? Because let's say this financial openness, government spending, and trade balance, these 3 variable, even though you are not interested in detail of these 3 variable relationship with growth, but you need to include them because they are important. If you did not include them, you have under specification, you have missing important variable. So if this 3 is not included, then the impact of this 3 will go to where? The impact of this 3 will go to, here don't have the error term, right? So if this 3 don't have, this 3 will go to the error term. So therefore, your error will become very big, right? Unnecessarily very big. So when your error becomes so big, I mean, your model got a lot of error, right? So therefore, it's untrustable, right? So therefore, you missing variable is a very important item. Thing to take care of. When your error is very big, then your t statistic, all these things will be wrong because your t statistic, all these your coefficient will be wrong. Your t statistic, everything will be wrong. So therefore, you have to include some of the variable based on your literature review or your experience or theory. What variable that you think will also affect the growth? So you have to put inside, even though you don't want to see them. Okay? But when you do your analysis, when you write your thesis or write your paper, you want to have these 3 variable only, then you just focus on these 3. Okay, okay, now we copy and paste. So start now, if you can use this slide next time, you just copy and paste and you change your variable. So if your variable is KLCI and then factor A, factor B, factor C, factor D, then you just change the variable name only. Okay? Then copy, you see, paste. Again, maybe at the sound, maybe I do wrong. Growth, you make sure this variable all have a growth. All these are same, right? So, okay. We do a testing first. We do a testing first. Let's say this TB, I put capital letter, okay? Put capital, okay? I see whether can or not. TB not found, right? Because you see capital letter and small letter make a big difference, okay? It's case sensitive. So you put back TB small letter. TB also not found. Why? Maybe I not yet do the TB. Oh, I put it in capital letter. Oh. So I redo this one. LG. Oh, I put LG. Okay, sorry. This one LTB only, not LG. You see? Just now I generate LGTB, not TB. Right? Now I will redo this one TB. It's very sensitive to every number. So just like if you are from IT or computer programming, then you know when you do a computer programming, you one alphabet or one full stop or one spacing wrong, then everything cannot run. So like that. The result you get from this one is a pool OLS, pool ordinarily square. What they mean pool ordinarily square? You assume everything, like you take all this panel data, you run it, you treat it as like a time series, right? Okay. Before that, okay. Again, you can use the outright tool and copy and ask them to save your result. Paste, save. Okay. Again, you put here directory. I think take this one also, they will come out by itself, right? I'm not sure. You'll come out by itself. You click here, you'll give you straight away open for you, right? You click this one, you open for you. You click this one, you open the directory. Okay, you see, you save like that. Okay. Okay, now go back to here. So far so good, Okay. This outright tool, you can change it, right? Cut and paste and modify. Outright tool is the command. Lab2 is the file name. As I mentioned, you don't like lab2, automatically they will give you lab1, lab2, lab3. You don't want, you put ABC, XYZ, Apple, Apple1, Apple2, Orange, Duran also can. DOC is a Microsoft word. So Orange .doc or Duran.doc also can, as long as the file name that you wish. If you have new file, you put replace. That means they erase everything and then give you a new one, replace a new one. Later on, when you want to combine your other regression with this pool RLS, you put append. That means they will add on the column only. They don't replace and delete everything and give you a new one. C title mean the title. Just now you see, the column title. Okay. Now, this one is the column title. Your title is pool OLS, right? If you put append, later on, you like add on another column here. They just take another column here, append, they paste only, then they paste. You put replace, then they will delete everything and put a new one. So C title is a column title, right? So DEC mean decimal point. You want DEC 4, that means you have 4 decimal point. Usually we use 4 decimal point as a standard. Okay, 4 decimal point. Also good. Okay. Then this is the result, right? How do we interpret this result? This is the result we get, right? First, we see here, this is a comment that just now you type, you paste or type, and then you enter, right? Then you come out to here. Beta, before this, remember our model is like that. It's our model, correct? This B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6 is the beta. You ignore the red color first, so the error term, right? So B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6 is the beta or the coefficient. This alpha is the constant. Okay? So beta for growth, beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, beta 4, beta 5, beta 6, beta is 7. No, growth is dependent variable. No, so beta 1 is for this one. So you see, coefficient. So LEG, that means this one is the beta for the LEG, the coefficient for LEG. Then this negative 2.7893 is a coefficient for LSG. This one negative 1.25 is the coefficient for LTB, right? So that one. So this one is the dependent variable. The growth, the first name you put inside here is a dependent variable. The remaining one is a independent or control variable. Again, Stata will not identify which one is your independent variable, which one is your control variable. They will just run accordingly. Only the first one is the dependent variable. Therefore, as a common practice, you put in those that important first. Independent variable is more important, right? So you put in all your independent variable first. The remaining one will be control variable, right? That means it's not your focus, but you have to include them because they are important. Otherwise, you have missing variable, your error term will be very, very large, right? So you put in the important independent variable first, then followed by control variable, right? So this one will be independent variable, these 3 will be control variable, and then the constant. Okay, so what should you analyze? You check the sign and the size. Sometimes the size does not matter. Sometimes more important is the sign, right? So for example, LTB means log trade balance growth, right? So negative here means trade balance and growth have negative relationship. That means the higher the trade balance, the lower the growth. Then here got problem. Okay, so we just set aside. And then is this significant? So we check 3S, right? Remember last time we mentioned we check 3S, the size, and significant. So this LTB, the P value is 0.006. Less than 0.001, right? Less than 1%. 1% means 0.001, right? So less than 1%, that means this coefficient is significant at 1%. Okay, I mean valid. If this one is not 0.006, if this one is 0.6, 0.6 means not significant, correct? If not significant, mean that this negative 1.25 is actually equal to 0. right? I mentioned before, right? If you drop, you see, you suddenly walk in, you see 100 ringgit in your road. You want to, for you maybe, or for me, or maybe it's very significant, 100 ringgit, right? You got extra money to spend. But maybe Bill Gates see the 100 ringgit, 100 ringgit is equal to 0 for him, right? So it's not significant. Not significant means equal to 0, right? So if this one not significant, this one equal to 0. So that means significant. Okay, for example, you see LEG, economic globalization has positive coefficient sign, right? Positive coefficient means the higher the economic globalization, the higher the growth, right? Here, social globalization and political globalization has negative coefficient. Here maybe you can see the sign, the size. Both are also significant. So you see, in this case, social globalization has -2. Political globalization is -1 point something. So indirectly, social globalization give higher or bigger negative impact to growth compared to political globalization. How to interpret one by one? If this one social globalization coefficient is -2.789335. Let's say we just put 2.79 lah, right? 2.79. So it means because we log already, right? Then growth is also in percentage, even though we don't log. Growth is in percentage, naturally in percentage. So how to interpret? Log mean percentage change. So 1% increase in social globalization index will give you -2.789 decrease in growth. Okay. Then let's say government spending negative significant. So 1% change, because we have natural logarithm, 1% change in government spending will give you -3.412 decrease in growth, because negative. EG is positive. Okay, so 1% increase in economic globalization will contribute 4.292506% increase in growth. So percent. If this one growth is not percent, let's say this one growth is in unit, right? Unit. So you interpret that 1% increase in economic globalization will give you 4.2925 unit increase in growth. If this one is not log, it's just economic globalization index. So therefore, you interpret as, if this one is not log, 1 unit increase, one index point in versus in index. Let's say you don't log increase index, I use my mouth. 1% one unit index point increase in EG will give you 4.2925 percentage increase in growth, because growth is in percentage, right? So interpret like that. Okay, so all these are coefficient, which is just now your beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, beta 4, beta 5, beta 6, beta, right? Then you see in terms of sign, positive or negative, size, what's I mark that number inside here, and then you check the significance. This one is also the same. Then how to see these two? Yeah, P, we have set a P value of 1%, 5%, and 10%. Let's say we set 1%. That means significant level 1%. If you set the significant level 1%, that means if this P, the number here, less than 1%. This one is exactly 1%. No less than 1% even. If 0.010, if 0.010, then it's 1%. So all these are less than 1%. So it's considered as significant at 1%. Okay. If this one is, if let's say one of them is 0.060, not 0.060, right? That means this one is not significant at 1%, but significant at 10%. Okay. Here, how to see the, where is my mouse? Can see the mouse. 95% confident in the world. That means you will have 95% confidence is significant if your coefficient fall in between these two values, 3 and 5.58. Your 4.29 fall in between these two, right? Your 4.229 is a bit is in between these two, right? So in this case, this 4.29, you have 95% confidence in the world. You can see here, this one already set 95. That means This one is silicon level is 5%. This one is didn't say anything, is up to your interpretation. Okay, so far so good. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Can
No.
understand. Can understand. We recap quickly, right? You have your Excel file ready, right? Arrange accordingly to the startup format, which is like that country, right? One country by one country. You stack the whole thing, and then you stack another whole thing, right? One by one, right? The first column is the variable name. As I mentioned earlier, it's better for you to change the variable name to a shorter name lah, shorter one like EG, FG, not the whole thing spelled out, right? So easy for you. Then you copy, and yeah, and open this one. You see on top here got two, right? One is cannot do anything, one is edit. So open, and then you just paste, right? You treat the first column as the variable name, and you close it, right? Then okay, then you can use back this line. You must know what is your model, right? As I mentioned now, see all this beta 1, beta 2, beta 3 is your model, right? You have to have model. Okay, this one mean your dependent variable growth is depend on EG, SG, PG, FO. In this case, you prefer to log trade balance, and you prefer to log. Okay? Then you just copy and paste this command, REG command, it means for pool OLS. Okay? Then you want to make copy and paste into a Microsoft Word file, then it's like that. Okay. Then after that, you get a result. So how you interpret, right? Oh, another one is you see the whole thing, the whole model, the whole equation. You see the F statistic. F statistic mean overall. So same like interpretation of this one. If your probability for F statistic is less than 0.10, that means it's significant at 10%. If less than 0.05, that means significant at 5%. If less than 0.01, that means significant at 1%. If this one 0.000000000, maybe 0.01, less than 0.01, right? So this whole model is significant at 1%. That means okay lah, boleh pakai, right? Can be trustable. Another one is R square. R square in this case means all these variable your dependent variable, independent variable, and the control variable together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the constant. How this 6 plus the constant can explain how many percent of this growth? You can explain 17.23% of the growth. That means there's another, how many? About 83% of the growth is unexplainable, right? So whether you can accept it or not, no? And to ask mean how many percentage your model can explain the dependent variable. Adjusted R square is you do some amendment, because in steady state, you add more variable, your R square may increase, correct? But some of this variable is not important or very, very little significant, only you just add until 20 variable. So they will adjust according to number of variable. So usually we'll see both lah, preferable to be adjusted R square. So in this case, mean 0.1667. That means your whole model can explain 16.67%. Should be acceptable lah. If you have financials, you do financial modeling, right? Financial topic, sometimes you get even less because in this whole world also you cannot explain 100% of everything. But of course you have 0.7%. All this will be much better lah. Okay? In this case, you see the number is so high, so low, mean that there are some more control variable that you did not include inside. So whether you accept it or do not accept it. Okay. So good. Here you can get some reference from this book. This one, if you install the data, you go to the help file, you can search the topic that you need help, or you can download their whole help guidebook. This is the whole help guidebook. You will notice that in the help guidebook, they give you all the comment But of course, they put variable one. What they give you all the comment. You can also use their comment, provided you know how to read it. You try to understand and then you know how to read. You can find all the comment and then you copy and paste and amend and change. Then you can do everything. Maybe we should take a break for 5 minutes. In regression, you need to have a model, right? A model have some format. The first one, like y equal to x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. The y in this case is your dependent variable, which is what you want to study, the determinant of growth. So the one you want to study here. So you have your x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, right? You can add many more x, right? Even though we have many x, some are the more important one, the independent variable or the field. Sometimes we call variable of interest that you're interested. Some are you are not interested, but you still have to put in there because it's a control variable. Okay. Now, here just now I asked you to ignore this one, right? Ignore this red color one. So if you ignore this red color one, you have a very simple and standard equation, right? Right. You have constant, coefficient, all the variable, and the error term, right? Why we have error term? Because we cannot predict 100%, right? If you see the outside the cloud so dark, so cloud, so windy, you say it might be rain, but you won't be 100% sure it might be rain. And sometimes wind blow away the dark cloud and then you still won't get rain. So you will not have 100% guarantee confirm sure. Therefore, you have an error term here. Okay, that's why just now we see the adjusted R square, you only have 16.67%. That means another about 84% of the changes your model cannot be captured. Right? Now, if you add this red color error term, that means you are doing panel data. Right? Panel data usually have two standard panel data regression model. That is fixed effect model and random effect model, right? Both the fixed effect model and the random effect model, we assume that, like just now, a lot of country, each country is different, right? Some country are developed country, some country are Western country, Malaysia, Eastern country. So as long as they are different, right? So you cannot take them together like the pool, or as you group them together as they are homogeneous, right? So when they are different, their fixed effect or random effect different is captured in another error term. So we separate the error term into two, right? One is the really random error term. One is the country specific error term. If you have fixed effect, then the effect is fixed already. Then when this error term is fixed already, this error term will be added together with the constant. If you have random effect, this one will be stay at the back, right? But anyway, this is by theory. If you run the data, it will not matter because these two will not show out. Okay, you only show back exactly the result like just now you do the pool OLS, right? No, by theory like that only, right? So you get back exactly the same result outcome, but it's using fixed effect or random effect model. Okay. So this will focus on this one. Okay. So if you add together the pool OLS, fixed effect model we call FEM, or random effect model we call REM. So after you run 3 model come out, which one you should choose? Which one you think is more suitable? Then we have a test and model selection. Okay. So therefore, we'll do a FEM, random effect, and then Hausman test, right? And other learning material. Okay. So now, you start this one, copy and paste, right? If you don't do panel data, XT, cross section and time series. So just now you just have REG, right? So if you put XT in front of the REG, XT reg, right? That means you are doing it, you are running the regression based on panel data. Okay. So again, you see the same thing until here is the same except for the XTEG, right? Until here is the same, right? Right? You comma and put FE behind, show that it's a fixed effect model. So anyway, just copy and then paste and enter. So you see the output you get is the same, right? Or let's you try and see like that. If you try and see like that, see what you're gonna get. You still can do like that. You see, if I use minimize like that, I put back, you see the result like that. Not nice. You see or not? Right? Because you minimize the window to like that only. So therefore, when you run the result, you make sure you compare to this one. You make sure you make this screen large. Otherwise, you come out with like that. It's very hard to see, right? Exactly the same thing, right? So you see, so nice. That's why you run the data, you on the window, you make the window bigger, then maximize the window, so you get nice, right? So you should do a same interpretation. This is the coefficient, right? This is the significant. So you see here 0.068. That means this one is not significant at 5%, but significant at 10%. Okay, therefore you see is it here? Significant, not significant at 5%, but how come this one? Like that, significant at 10%. Yeah, no, it's okay lah. Just see like that lah. Okay. So this one is significant at 5%. This one are significant at 1%. This one 0.01 exactly 1% also we count significant at 1%. So you see the positive, negative, positive. So the sign, size, and significant. Okay. And then overall model 0.000, very good, it's significant. Okay. So also good. So like that. Then you ask the starter, we have to off this one first. Later there will problem. Same thing, you ask the data, copy, paste. Now it's a bit different. You put append. Append means you want to add on the column only, right? And the new column title is now FEM, right? Fixed effect model. Of course, you can change whatever name you like, apple, durian, orange, right? So you put enter, right? You click this one, that means you call out the file. You click this one, you go to the directory. So you click this one. See, new column already add on, appended inside already, right? So with a FEM name, 4 decimal point. Standard give you 3 star means significant at 1%. 1 star means significant at 10%. 2 star means significant at 5%. Okay, so you append like that. So nice. You don't need to do. You just need to copy and paste to whatever wherever you like. Okay, the computer, the startup software will help you to do this one. Okay, so you get the fixed effect model. Okay, now how do you interpret? You see this called probability test. Just now we say we got 3 model, right? One is pool OLS, one is fixed effect, one is random effect, right? So FEM and FAM. So just like you have a three football team, right? Which one should be the champion? Then they will fight each other, right? So now the first match is pool OLS versus FEM. You see the result from the probability F test. Where you can see the probability F test. You see the bottom table, you have this all F test that all you I equal to 0. So you see here, right? You have this one, right? Wait. Can you see that the data result? This one. Okay. And then the probability is significant. 0 means significant. Okay. So see significant. Wait a second. Okay. So mean what? If this probability test is significant, because the probability test, the HO, that means the null hypothesis is pool RLS is preferred. But because it's significant, that means we reject the H0, null hypothesis. Therefore, H1 is FEM is preferred. So in this probability test, if it's significant, that means FEM win, right? So FEM 1, OLS 0. So we win one match 0. Okay? Then we continue. Okay? Then now we do the random effect. If you notice this one and just now one, the difference is just behind. Okay, so you can use back this one. You see, okay, I'll open bigger. You can find back, click, you come out, right? Exactly the same thing. Instead of GFE, you delete and put GE. And you enter. Eh, not GE, RE. Wrong already. You put RE, random effect. Enter. The output that come out is exactly it's like the same like full LS, FEM, same style, same format, right? But of course the number inside here are different now. So there's no same interpretation, no? So what we'll see is this one is like the F test is significant. Here you see they don't use F test, they use chi-square test because random effect, they use generalized least square regression, which is not non-parametric. So they are not like this one use F test. I mean they assume normality, right? They use T test, but this one is a little bit different, right? They use Z, they use the chi-square test, right? But still same interpretation. This one means overall model significant. Okay, then individual, you have to see individual. So this one P significant, not significant. 0.7 or 0.714 mean what? If you can accept the error, the mistake of 71.4, or maybe you can accept 72% error, then it's significant, no? But in this case, we usually limit ourselves to 10%. I mean, we can accept 0.10. If more than 0.10, we consider not significant. In this case, you see 0.17, even though it's over 7, you still consider as not significant at 1%, but significant at 5%. Okay, because it's still not over 5 it's not 0.05 right? It's 0.017 If 0.057, then it's not significant at 5%, but significant at 10%. Okay, so you do back the same thing. Right? You see here, you do back the same thing. You just append, then you put REM. You either copy and paste this one, or you click this one. You see the same thing, but just put the title different, REM. Okay? Remember, append mean add on the column, right? Replace mean completely delete everything, put a new one. And of course, your file name must be all the same. If this one is different name, then you save in a different file. Enter, cannot yeah, because I still opening this one, so they cannot change anything, right? Okay. You see why this one cannot? Because they need to write on it, and when you still opening that Microsoft Word folder, then they cannot write on it. It's very sensitive. You see, add another one already. You see? So you have to close this file first, because otherwise you cannot amend. Right? Oh, so many already. Why got two? Same. We press 2 times already, I think. Oh, they already done, but they cannot open only. So let's say we delete this one. Where's the delete? Cut lah. So you see, you got 3 lor. Okay. Then, so far so good. Okay. Now, next is you already have the FEM and REM. Now, copy this one. Now you want to, like just now I told you, you got 3 teams. One team called POLS, another team called FEM, another team called REM. So who should be the champion? Who is the best? You have to fight each other. No? Just now, POLS versus FEM. Who win? FEM win already, right? Then now we try REM versus POLS. So when REM versus POLS, you use this test called BPLM test, Bush-Bergen-Langerian multiplier test for random effect. So if it's not significant, if the result is not significant, then POLS win. If the result is significant, then random effect win. So to test this one, you have to type the command xt test 0. You just type this xt test 0, it's automatically refer to BPLM test. Because this xt test 0 is like a sub command or package inside the data. You just type this command, automatic will test this one. So therefore, but you have to run this one first. So paste, come. What's the result? Probability chi-square 0.000 mean significant. If significant, who win? REM win. REM beat the pool OLS. So REM win whereas 0. So you see, pool OLS versus FEM lost. Pool OLS versus REM also lost. That means this pool OLS disqualified already lah. Correct? So fixed effect win one time, random effect win one time. So both also win one time. So now which one should become the champion? So we have if both also win one time, then we go for the last round, fixed effect versus random effect model. How to test the fixed effect versus random effect model? You use this one. You use the Horstman test. Before you do the Horstman test, you have to redo everything, right? Horstman test is after you've done the Horstman test, if do not reject, mean refer to the random effect win, or random effect is more preferred. If reject or significant, that means fixed effect win. Okay? Right? So how do you do it? You have to rerun the fixed effect model. So you no need to type everything. You can just find back this one, right? Click, you come back, rerun the fixed effect model, and then store the result. So you ask the data to, okay, temporary, you remember this result for me. You store it first. So ESD store the fixed effect model. So you temporarily help me to remember, okay? Then click, okay, the data will remember for you. Then rerun the random effect model. So where's the random effect model? If you find back, or otherwise you click back the fixed effect, then you put RE. The difference is just only one alphabet. Okay, click. Okay, done. That means now you already run two, right? Fixed effect and random effect, right? And the data help you to memorize the fixed effect. So now it's time to see who win. You type the Horstman fix, or you copy Horstman test command, you copy, paste. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, wait, just now we say what? If not significant, random effect win. Significant is fixed effect win, right? Ta-da! Significant. So fixed effect win. Correct? So here, significant, that means fixed effect model is preferred. Then now you see, each one win one, then final, the FEM versus IM, FEM win. So therefore, your final conclusion is fixed effect win. So when your fixed effect win, okay, then for this one, that means your main interpretation should focus on here, on all this. I mean, your interpretation will focus on this one, because FEM win. So based on these three model, you think FEM or the data or the statistical regression will tell you that out of this three model, fixed effect is more preferable. Therefore, when you do your interpretation thesis or in a paper, you interpret based on this one. But anyway, you see the result is quite consistent, except for this one, right? Except for this one is positive significant, this one is negative significant, this one is not significant. But which one you should believe? Fixed effect, because he won. So basically the others is like the same, quite consistent. So we interpret, but you interpret based on this one. Any question so far? Actually, actually this one is not finished yet, right? Because for this quantitative training, right, the regression part is just basic, so that you understand first before we go deeper and deeper. After you get this result, right? You know, you say you say fixed effect is preferred. You still cannot take this result as it is. You still have to go through a diagnosis test. Diagnosis test, just like you do your blood test. You go and test whether you got cholesterol level high or not. Yeah, you got high, other one, sugar level high or not. You got any cancer marker lah. You got this sickness lah. Blood test count lah, whatever lah. So you test everything. If everything also okay, perfect, then you can take this one as it is. Okay. Now, in your blood test, you got this cholesterol lah, high blood pressure lah, sugar content level lah. But in statistics, the diagnosis test is only a certain few. First is the heterogeneity. Mostly, you see, those diagnosis test, mostly they focus on the error, right? The error is important. So those who test the error and heterogeneity, autocorrelation, and anything I miss out. Okay, then they test the variable is multi-collinearity. They will test many different things, depend on what you want. So if let's say there are some problem in heterogeneity, there's some problem autocorrelation, whatever, then you have to do some remedies. In this case, panel data is very simple. You just run the fixed effect robust model. You just type the robust there, right? Cluster robust, okay? Then the starter will help you automatically adjust all these problems, take into consideration, and give you a new set of result, right? Then, new set of result, then you will interpret, let's say, this one based on, here, FEM robust. So that is the chosen one and already enhanced based on correcting all these problems found in the diagnosis test. So you just use this one. Okay, that one we cannot cover here due to limited time. Maybe in December or January, if there's a demand, then we can discuss with Dr. Chen or the center. We can organize some econometric or regression specific using Stata to do. You can have time series. Panel data also got many static and dynamic panel, so we can more focus on this one. But you go back and practice this one first, especially for those who haven't or first time use data or first time see the regression. You practice first lah. Okay, then your learning guide. Beside using this file, beside using this training slide, you can also use the Stata file or website. Stata file and website. This one, Stata file. You go to Stata, there you got a help file. Then you download the help file, or you can from the help file, you don't download everything. Then you can just like search. You want which model, right? FEM model. You just search, or you don't know how to do a Horstman test already. You just type Horstman test. You just enter. Then there will maybe I show you Stata here. Okay, you see here. Hey, where? Help. Can see. You click this one. You'll come out, give you this book, right? The whole thing. You can read it offline. I usually will do the PDF documentation and you download everything. You see, you download everything. Fine. FEM got why don't have bookmark function? All this if you find the whole book here, a lot. See. A lot of comment here. Okay. Much more than you have. Ashka, MGuys, this one is all these are time series data, so you can find everything here. Okay. So you can use the help file here. Okay. Or beside this one, you can join the Stata forum, right? You can post your question inside there. People will help you to answer. Okay. Or you go to this InSelf website. They actually provide a lot of useful econometric guide for you to do. It will provide a very useful tip to you. ARDL, so information, microfit, and non-linear ARDL, fixed effect. Just now you see the fixed effect. You click, you see, they will provide every single step for you, right? How to run regress, right? You either put in full regress or IEG, Horstman fixed random effect. So you choose. They will have a lot of information for you to see lah. More than enough data, random effect. See, a lot of things for you to try. Okay? So there are the things that you can try lor. Okay? Or you download the whole thing and then you see. Or this book also write by a professor in UPM, Dr. Lau Xiaohua. I think many of you will know him lah. So inside this short panel data, right, they also teach you other data like GMM, many e-commerce trade data, step by step you can copy and paste. Not copy and paste, you can type and paste lah. Okay. Any questions so far?